The text came at 2, Mia, I'm in deep trouble. Can you save me? My phone screen burned my eyes, but my heart sank faster. I should have known better than to trust Jake's sob story again. I'm Mia, 28, a graphic designer scraping by in Chicago, where rent eats half my paycheck and dreams cost the other half. My life was simple work, Netflix, repeat until my so-called friends turned it into a financial horror show. That night, Jake, my buddy since college, begged me to cover his rent. Just this once, he swore, his voice cracking through the phone. I'll pay you back next week. I sighed, swiped my credit card, and sent him $1 $200. Big mistake. Next came Sarah, the responsible one, who needed $800 for her car repair. You know I'm good for it, she said, her smile too perfect over coffee. Then there was Leo, the dreamer, who borrowed $2,000 for his surefire startup. Mia, you're investing in my future. He beamed. I believed them because that's what friends do. Right, wrong. 6 months later, my credit card balance was $5,000, my savings were gone, and my credit score was doing a nosedive. Jake ghosted me after a half-hearted I'm working on it. Sarah claims she forgot to pay me back because of her busy schedule. Leo, he had the nerve to say, you knew startups are risky. My inbox was a graveyard of unpaid IOUs, and my phone buzzed with their new demand. Mia, fix your credit mess yourself. We're not your charity case. I sat on my couch, staring at the bills piling up like a paper avalanche. My chest tightened. How did I become the villain in my own life? I'd given everything, my trust, my money, my peace, and they'd left me to drown. But something snapped. I wasn't going to beg anymore. The next morning, I called my bank. I need to freeze my credit. I said, my voice steady for the first time in weeks. Then I blocked their numbers. No more apologies, no more excuses. I wasn't their ATM, but cutting them off didn't erase the debt or the betrayal. My credit score was 520, a scarlet letter screaming failure. I needed a plan. I started small. I took on extra freelance gigs, designing logos at 3 a.m. until my eyes burned. I sold my old couch, my guitar, even my favorite leather jacket. Every dollar went to the debt. I learned about balance transfers, negotiated lower interest rates, and set up a budget so tight it squeaked. It wasn't glamorous rice and beans for dinner. No more takeout, but it was mine. Months passed, and the debt shrank to $3,000. I felt lighter, like I was clawing my way out of a hole. But then Jake showed up at my door, unannounced, holding a cheap bottle of wine, like it was a peace offering. Mia, let's talk, he said, his eyes dodging mine. You can't just cut us off. I laughed. A sharp, bitter sound. Cut you off. You racked up my debt and left me to deal with it. My voice shook, but I didn't stop. You used me. Jake. All of you did. He flinched, then mumbled, we're friends. Friends help each other. Friends don't ruin each other, I shot back. You don't get to demand my forgiveness. He left, the wine untouched. Sarah and Leo texted later, accusing me of being selfish. Selfish for protecting myself, I didn't reply. Instead, I poured my anger into my work. I landed a big client, a local nonprofit needing a full rebrand. The paycheck was enough to clear another $1,000 of debt. I celebrated with a $2 coffee, my first treat in months. A year later, my debt was down to $500. My credit score crept up to 650, not perfect, but progress. I'd learned to say no, to value my own worth. I made new friends, ones who didn't see me as a walking loan, but the scars remained. Every time I checked my bank account, I remembered the trust I'd lost. One night, Sarah called. I didn't block her this time. I was curious. Mia, I'm sorry, she said, her voice small. I was wrong. Can we start over? I paused, weighing her words. Part of me wanted to believe her, but the wiser part and the part forged in late nights and empty bank accounts knew better. Sarah, I said, I forgive you, but we're done. I hung up. my heart heavy but free. I paid off the last $500 last week. My credit score is now 720, and I'm saving for a trip to Italy, my dream since I was 10. I don't hate Jake, Sarah, or Leo. They taught me something priceless. Trust is earned, not owed. I canceled their access to my life, and I'm building a new one, brick by brick. What do you think? Were they wrong to expect me to fix their mess? Or should I have given them another chance? Share your thoughts. I'm listening.